Hey, Queen City Gaming fans. Welcome back, folks. Thank you for tuning in for some more Dropzone Commander content. Today, we are diving into the PHR command group. Now, if you're joining us for the first time, please make sure you subscribe for some more Dropzone content. They do come out every now and again, and hopefully, after some more painting, we'll get some battle reports here, especially now that I have opponents. We've got a bunch of people in the area who have picked up Dropzone Commander and Drop Fleet Commander, which is super exciting. But let's dive into the sphere. So PHR has three command options. The first one is we'll say the first one is the Proteus mobile command post. This is probably going to be the one everybody knows and sees because it's available in the one-player starter set. Next up, we have the Hera command walker, which is a super cool jump, fast-moving command unit, and I say unit because it can be made up of two Hera command guys. So super interesting with that, and probably one of the most iconic models in this range, and probably one of the coolest commanders in this range, the Nemesis Control Scorpion, coming in at a whopping 175 points. But man, this thing is a beast on the table. So one of my things with PHR is they are a little commander light. I would have liked to have seen 1 to 2 more options with commanders, and one of my things with Dropzone Commander, I wish we had the named commanders back. So for those of you who don't remember, back in the last edition, we had some special named commander models that came out with some cool command cards, but those kind of went away with edition 2, but we still have some really cool options to play around with. So let's look at each one, what each one does and what they bring to the table. So the first commander we're going to really discuss is the Proteus mobile command post. This is probably the first commander most PHR commanders get because it's the one that comes in the one-player starter set. Now, at 75 points, it's not bad. It comes with a squad size of 1, so it's a cheaper commander that you can take to give you some options. Now, it does have a move of 16, which is great. It's a fast mover that can hide really easily. So it has active countermeasures, an armor of 12, 3 damage, and it's an aircraft, so it will be susceptible to enemy AA. So you have to be very careful about that. So it doesn't really have any weapons. It's not really an attacker. Instead, it has some cool little abilities. So EM Disruption Field Generator. Enemy weapons have +2 accuracy penalty if they target a unit within 6 inches of a unit in this squad. Enemy units can be affected by multiple instances of this rule if their targets is in range of multiple squads. So that's a cool little ability. It kind of helps buff the guys around it. So if this guy is hiding behind a building and you have some walkers out on the side to get some line of sight shots, it can provide disruption to those units. Super cool little ability and kind of little cheekiness you can do. And then the command post, when this unit is landed, increase its command range by 6 inches. So super neat little ability, but when it's landed, it is going to be susceptible, so you have to be really careful about its placement when you do that. And then disruption overcharge. If this unit is landed, it may use one of its actions to activate a disruption charge or disruption overcharge. Pick an enemy unit within line of sight and roll 1 dice. On a 2+, the unit's squad suffers +2 accuracy penalty to all of its weapons until the end of the round. So that's a really cool little ability, and it doesn't have a range. So you could do it from all the way on the other table. Now, the problem with this, though, it is while it is landed. So it does make you really susceptible. So this is a really cool unit that's going to do a lot of really cool things in the game. It has the ability to help survivability with the units around it. It is a command post. And then it does have an ability to kind of mess with your opponents. But it's going to be a really, really finessey piece to where you have to learn how to use it correctly and really work on its placement to get the most effectiveness out of it. Overall, this isn't a bad commander. I was kind of iffy about it in the starter set, but looking back at it, it's not bad. But the PHR player, especially with the newer commanders, are really going to have to focus on, hey, where do I put this? How do I use this? It's not like our next commander we're going to talk about. So the Hera command walker is a little different than our other commander. This is one thing about the PHR commanders. They're all super unique, and you don't really have any overlap on how you use them and how you play with them. But the Hera command walker is 80 points, and it has a squad size of 1 to 2, which is really cool for a commander. All right, so it has a movement of 6, active countermeasures with evasion +3. So this thing is gonna be hard to hit. Right, armor of 14, which is great, 3 damage, awesome. It's a walker, and it has rapid insertion 8 inches. Super neat, super cool. Now, it does have a light railgun pair, so you have a move and fire of 12. All right, and that's, I know you're probably asking, why do you have a move of fire of 12 when you're movement 6? Just wait, you'll understand here in a minute. So, range full is infinite, range countered 24. So this thing does have some pretty cool little distance abilities it can do, and it can fire pretty far. 2 shots, 2 plus accuracy, energy 10. So a pretty good little gun on this guy, especially when you take 2 in this squad and you're getting 4 shots with an accuracy of 2 plus. Makes a really cool little command unit that can do some damage. Now, where it really shines, though, is its unique rules. So the thrusters, when making a moving action on a turn that it hasn't disembarked, this unit may move 18 inches. Ignoring scenery pieces up to 8 inches high, enemy AA weapons may choose to reaction fire against a Hera when it does this, counting it as an aircraft with armor 11. So that's a cool little ability. It really helps you get around the table, but you have to be careful with how you use it. One of the cool things that I like about PHR, they've got some cool abilities, but they do have some downsides you have to watch out for with these commanders. So when I say memorable, guys, this is what I'm like. This is what PHR says to me. You see this in a lot of the promotional images and stuff, but the command scorpion, or not command scorpion, the Nemesis control scorpion. So this is a 6-legged walker that is just a super cool model, and it was kind of super fun for me to build and paint. I'm not going to lie to you, but it's 175 points. It is a squad size of 1 with a kind of like transport requirement of 6. So this thing requires an entire Poseidon. It requires the big airship to bring this guy in. Especially with a movement of 4, he is kind of slower, so you're really going to need that airship to drop him in the right location to really do maximum damage. He has active countermeasures, armor of 14, so this guy is tough. 8 damage, it is a walker, and it has the large special rule. Now, this guy doesn't have any special rules, special abilities. He's just a big, bad scorpion model that's going to just punish your enemies that are in front of him. So he has the Nemesis Laser, which is a front side arc. Uh, range at full is infinite. Super cool. So shoot those buildings from wherever you want. But range countered is also infinite on this laser. So you could sit in the back corner of the game, or back corner of the table with a good firing arc and just shoot your opponent all the way from the other side. I played against one of my buddies who had one of these recently, and he just absolutely punished my Scourge with this guy. So, 1 shot, accuracy of a 2 plus, energy of 12, articulated with Devastator 2 vehicles. So, this guy is going to rip through enemy armor super easily and do a ton of damage. And that's at infinite range, guys. Super cool. Then he has 2 light railguns. One is front side right, one is front side left. So you do have to be careful about that. 24-inch range, 1 shot, or accuracy 2, energy 10. So not as good as his Nemesis lasers, but still pretty great at range. Going to provide that extra little oomph you need in certain situations. This guy will punish anybody in his front arc, though, with the laser and 2 railguns. It's going to be awful for whoever's in front of this thing. So if you want something that's going to be a little easier to play and just be big, bad, and in charge wherever you drop him on the table, the Nemesis Control Scorpion is your guy. He's going to land on that table and just absolutely punish your opponent. But he is expensive at 175 points, and you do have to be careful about his placement. If he does get jumped on by like a big unit of resistance gun technicals or a big group of broadswords with the katanas and stuff from UCM, he can take some serious damage. So he may be big and bad, but he's not invincible. So you do have to be careful with him. So, guys, tell me what you think about PHR Command. What units do you like? How do you use them? How do you play them? How do you feel about them? Me personally, I feel like there's not enough of them. I would have liked to have seen 1 to 2 more commanders on this list to really kind of round out the faction and give you a bunch of different options. I remember you used to be able to take a Zeus as a commander, which would have been really cool, but I guess he was taking too much and they took him off the list for some reason. But who knows? Maybe they'll add him back in the future. Maybe we'll get some other cool commanders to get added in here. Like I said, I would like to see some named commanders come back. They had some really cool models back in the day, but maybe we will, maybe we won't. Who knows? But let me know down below what you think. And as always, guys, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. I do want to thank all of you for how many people have dove into the UCM command video and all the subscribers we gained from it. So thank you so much from all of us here at Queen City Gaming, and have a fantastic day, folks. Queen City Gaming, signing out.